Hi, I'm Ana Stapleton, and I was born on the border. I was born in Mexico, and Spanish is my first language. I grew up right on the border in Eagle Pass, Texas, so I've really lived a bicultural experience growing up. I went across the river every day to take dance classes and art classes and to buy fruit with my mom. My grandmother lives in Mexico, so a lot of that experience has definitely influenced my work and is evident in maybe the colors that I'm choosing. The theme for this show is persona. I realize in retrospect, the paintings that I've been working on are the different facets of the personas, maybe the people that I'd like to be or the things that inspire me for what's next for me. When I look at my paintings as a whole, I realize there is this theme that emerges about being a strong and courageous female. Definitely my culture, my upbringing on the border between Texas and Mexico. I really lived on both sides of the border for a long time, and that the color and the texture and the flavor of both Texas and Mexico is very evident in my work. I don't ever really have a plan before I get to the studio. I'm a pretty intuitive painter, and I have allowed myself some time to really just do the work and see what happens. And in that, I started to realize that there are through lines for some of my pieces. I'm also a very curious person by nature. I'm a lifelong learner, and so I am very interested in a lot of things. So for example, some of the pieces that are in this show are going to be inspired by a rodeo that I went to. And I had never seen trick riders before, and especially the women doing the trick riding were really inspiring to me. And I discovered that there are these women in the early 1900s that were so courageous and had so much grit. They were self-taught. They were trying to break into a field that was male-dominated, and they didn't care. They just went for it. Because I'm so drawn to story and writing, I've always kind of paired, in my mind, I've paired my artwork with the story behind it. Chingona in English is basically badass. And I'm from Coahuila. I was born in Nueva Rosita, Coahuila. And so this painting is kind of my alter ego. She is fierce and fearless, and she eats as many tacos as she wants, and she dances and drinks tequila and just lets it all go. And I guess maybe that's my alter ego. One of my paintings is called No Seas Pocha. And pocha means basically that you're mixing English and Spanish. And my mother would admonish me constantly to not do that. But I just always thought that was super hilarious, because my daily experience was that I would live in Texas. I went to school in English, but then we'd drive across the river. I would drive across the bridge to Mexico almost every day after school, and I would take dance classes and go see my grandmother and go to the fruteria to buy fruit. And then I'd come back, we'd come back, and I would do my homework in English, and we could watch Charlie's Angels before bed. So the idea that I should keep them separate is kind of beside the point. Inner Showgirl is about one of the many fantasy careers maybe that I would like to have, which is to be a backup dancer for a band and wear all, the eyelashes and the boas and the super cool clothes. And in that fantasy persona life, I would have so much fun and be a great band, lots of excitement. And then I would retire early and just live a great life. And for now, I'll probably just dance in my kitchen.